So guys, welcome to one more very important session on Java. No, P Monica, I can see one name, P Monica and J Monica. I think two people are there, P Monica and J Monica. So guys, now I'll pause these comments because I don't want I don't want any distraction in the middle of our session. So charts are passed. So guys, now we'll see how to download Java software. Like if you want to start writing programs in Java, what you need one editor. You need one normal editor for writing Java programs. And after writing the Java program, if you want to compile and run, then you require some tools. That's nothing but compiler and interpreter to run Java programs. So for that, you have to download Java software, and that Java software is known as JDK. JDK stands for Java Development Kit. The name itself says it is it is an development kit for building applications using Java programming language. So you may ask me like, sir, from where I need to download it? So simply you can go to this browser. In the browser, you can say download JDK for Windows. Okay, so latest version, download Java latest version. So latest version of Java is JDK 22. JDK 22 is the latest version, but generally people try to install the the previous or one or two steps older version of Java only. Why? Because they won't have any bugs. Okay, so you can see this is 21. So you can just click it here. You can click it here. Then this is you can click on this download. So here you'll get this window. So you can check here. This is JDK 21. If you are looking for JDK 17, then you can just go for this JDK 17 here. So you may ask me like why 20, 19, 18, those versions are not available. So there is a concept of LTS, what we call is long-term support. So let's try to understand that 17 is the LTS version. Again, 21 is the LTS version. LTS version means long-term support. Is it clear? So 21 is the LTS. After that, before that, 17, 18, 19, 20 are not LTS versions. That's nothing but these versions may have some bugs, and they'll keep on rectifying. They'll keep on doing rectifications, modifications to the existing software, and they'll try to make it more and even and better. Okay, that's the reason Java itself is saying that you install either 21 or you install 17. So now here you'll find like Linux, Mac, Windows. So whatever the operating system is there. So as per my knowledge is concerned, like most of the users are from Windows operating system only. So you can choose this Windows operating system, and this Windows operating system, you choose this x64 installer. So what do you mean by this x64 installer? It's like for 64-bit executable file. Okay, and the size of this file is like 163.91, means approximately 164 MB. You can just download it, and after downloading, you'll get one Java software. So I'll show you how it looks. I'll show you how it looks. So once you install this Java software, then it will look something like this. It will look, yeah. See how you can see here how they are looking. So you'll find some software something like this. So what you have to do is you have to simply double click it. So once you double click, it will completely guide you with next. You need not to do any changes there. Don't change any the installation directory. Just click on next. And finally, at some point of time, you'll get a message like Java software is installed successfully. Now the question is where to check whether the software is installed successfully or not. You won't find any icon on the desktop saying that this is Java software. Okay. So if you want to check, what you can do is you can go to this PC. In this PC, you can go to the installation directory. The default installation directory for Java is like C drive. Under program files, you'll find one folder with the name Java. You can have a look. Under this Java, you'll find one folder with the name JDK, and hyphen the version will be written. So in my system, I have installed like two softwares, like two versions actually. So that is the reason it's showing two. But if you don't have any JDK installed on your machine, then you'll find only one folder. So inside this one, like if you click it here, then you'll find some more folders and some files. And the bin folder is very, very important. This is the actual folder which contains your compiler as well as interpreter. Compiler is used to compile your Java programs. So this is Java C. Okay. And next, this is one tool, Java. These are the two important tools which are used for compiling and executing Java programs. So after installing this Java software, the first step what you have to do is you have to set the path. In yesterday's class, I have explained you clearly. If you want your Java program to be identified, to be recognized by your compiler and interpreter, you have to set the path. So for that purpose, what you have to do is you have to go to the location where bin folder is there and just type, just click on that address bar. So automatically the whole line will get selected and you can say Control C. Control C stands for copy. After this, what you can do is you can go to this PC and then click on these properties. And once you click on this properties, you'll get this settings window. Here you go to this advanced system settings. Then you go to this environment variables. And for system variables here, what you have to do is you have to choose for this variable called, you have to locate for this variable called path. So once you choose path, then you just click on edit. So here you'll find path for your JDK. You can see here path for your JDK is already set here. You can see here clearly. Okay, so whatever the latest path you select, that will be considered. So the old path 17 is there. I'll just remove it because I don't require that. Okay, so once you set your path, is it clear, up to bin directory, it should get selected. Then click on OK, click on OK, then again click on OK, and you can close this video. After setting the path, what you can do is you can open this command prompt, and here you can test the environment whether it is ready for writing programs or not. And for that purpose, what you can do is you can say Java C and simply say hyphen version. So when you type Java C hyphen version, it will show you what is your Java compiler version. Then you can say again Java hyphen version. Then it will give you, you give one hyphen here. One hyphen is enough. Like 2 times it's not required. 1 time is enough. Okay. So you'll get like this. After this, what you can do is you can CLS is the command line interface command to clear the screen. And here you can type Java C. So it will give you all the list of options which are available along with your compiler. It shows that your compiler is working fine. Again, you can just type Java, press enter key, and see if you are getting these options. It means that your compiler and interpreter are set. Now you are ready to write programs in Java. So before we start working with writing programs in Java, let me explain you that what your JDK is consisting of. JDK stands for Java Development Kit. It contains Java compiler and Java runtime environment. So JDK contains Java compiler as well as GRE. GRE stands for Java runtime environment. It contains the Java virtual machine as well as the libraries which are required for developing Java programs. So you can see this complete box. From this box, it is very clear that JDK contains some tools, and JDK is having one more component that is known as GRE, and GRE is having one more component that is JVM, and JVM consists of just-in-time compiler. Okay, so after explaining one or two programs, I'll explain you the complete internal architecture of JVM and how it works. But for that, you have to wait for like 1 or 2 days. Okay. So JDK is nothing but tools plus GRE, and GRE is nothing but JVM plus JSL. So JDK is used for developing and running Java applications, and JDK is to run Java applications. So imagine if you are a developer, then you are the one who is going to develop Java applications, and the applications what you have developed, you have to test it whether it is working or not. So you need a runtime environment also. Is it clear? But if you are delivering your project, if you are delivering project to the client, then in client machine, you don't require any JDK, because client is not going to develop any application. Client wants to just run the application. So for developer machine, JDK and GRE both required, but for client machine, JRE is enough. Okay, and suppose if you look at this picture will tell you very clearly that if you are the developer, then your system will have JDK and GRE, and by using this JDK and GRE, you will develop applications for your client, and once you deliver that application to your client, along with the application developed, whatever the application you have developed, along with that application, you have to provide GRE also to the client. Then only the client will run the application what you have developed. So hope you got clarity on this picture. Now, I have shown you like downloading JDK, installing JDK, setting the path, and how to test the environment. So this complete process I have just explained you. And before I go to the next topic, I would like to show you one very, very important point. That is, before JDK 9, Java used to provide JDK and GRE as two separate in two separate folders. So for your understanding, what I have done is I've installed some older version of Java also. You can see here Java, and when you look at this Java, inside this Java you'll find two folders. One is JDK and another one is GRE. So up to 8, JDK and GRE is provided as two separate folders, but right from JDK 9 onwards, they have started providing only one single folder, and that one single folder itself, they'll provide JDK, and the JDK itself will include GRE. So if you look at this 21, is it clear? Means if you look at this Java folder, inside the Java folder, you have only one JDK, that's it. You don't have any GRE. So GRE is bundled along with this JDK only. So if you are someone who have worked with older version of Java, and if you are working with the latest version of Java, then definitely you'll notice that before Java 9, in your Java folder, you'll find two folders. One is JDK and second one is GRE. JDK will contain tools for developing programs. GRE will contain the runtime environment. From 9 onwards, the runtime environment, instead of shipping individually, they started shipping along with the JDK only. So you may ask me, like, is it really necessary, required to know all this stuff to this level, that how the Java software is shipped? Obviously, guys, if you want to be different from others, if you want to know something extra than others, then definitely you have to go deep dive into the subject and you have to identify every minute change which is there in Java versions. Okay. Now, before we start writing programs in Java, you should know what is JSL and what is Java API. Actually, JSL stands for Java Standard Library. So what do you mean by that? See, library is nothing but set of ready-made functionalities which will help you to build applications. If you're already coming from an programming background, means if you have already worked with C or C++ or Python, then definitely you would have worked with library files in that language. In C language, the library files are included by using a statement called hash include. Is it clear? So like every programming language will provide some set of ready-made libraries, and using those libraries, we write programs to fulfill the requirements of our clients. So that libraries in Java are known as JSL, Java Standard Library. So what this library will contain exactly? So before we understand like what these libraries will contain, you need to understand what do you mean by an instruction. You need to understand what do you mean by an instruction. An instruction is nothing but one line of statement which tells the computer what to do. Is it clear? So instruction. So like this group of instructions are kept together inside a function, or you can say a method. So what do you method? What do you mean by method, or what do you mean by function? A function or a method is nothing but group of statements which performs a particular task. And those group of statements are created with group of instructions. So group of instructions are going to make statements, and group of statements are grouped together to form one function or a method. And these functions or methods are available inside classes. Why? Because Java is a 100% object-oriented programming language. So everything is kept inside classes only. And these classes are grouped together into packages. Okay. And these packages are grouped as modules. And this modules concept is available right from JDK 9 onwards. So if you ask me, hey Atish, can you tell me how many methods are there? There will be thousands of methods. I can tell you there may be some 6 to 8,000 classes will be there, okay, grouped under different packages. And understanding or knowing about these thousands of classes and the methods which are there inside these thousands of classes is all about learning Java. So in simple one line, you can say that it is manual of Java. Is it clear? So Sun Microsystem company has provided all these functions, methods, classes, packages for our reference in the form of an HTML file, in the form of an HTML file. And that is known as actually Java API, stands for Java Application Programming Interface, Java API, what we call, which is also known as Java documentation. So if you want to know more about this Java API and Java documentation, what you can do is just open the browser. Just open the browser. In the browser, you can say Java 21 documentation online. You can download the documentation also. You can download the documentation also, but why to waste hard disk space by downloading the documentation when everything is available online? And see, today, an laptop or a desktop without internet connection is a handicapped machine. Means we won't use our laptops, desktops without any internet connection. Internet connection is the first primary requirement. So it's better not to install this JDK documentation. What you can do is you can just look for the documentation what you're looking for, and create the shortcut for this documentation on your machine. So you can just click on this API documentation. This is how it will look, guys. This is how it will look. So what you can do is you can simply create desktop shortcut for this. What you can do is you can click on this three dots, and here you'll find somewhere create a desktop shortcut. More tools. Is it clear? So here you can just go and check somewhere you'll find create desktop shortcut here. Is it clear? Create shortcut, and you can keep that shortcut on your desktop so that whenever you want to like use this, you can directly come here. Now observe clearly at the top level, we have modules. Inside modules, we have packages. Inside packages, we have classes. Inside the classes, we have methods, and methods will have instructions. So java.base is the module. Java.compiler is the module. So these are all the different modules which are available in Java. Okay, and you just click on this java.base. You'll find so many packages inside these modules. And remember, you'll find one word called since, and you'll see one number indicating from which version this particular concept is introduced. As I said, the Java modules concept is introduced from Java 9 onwards. So you'll see the version 9. And these are all the different packages which are available. So if you want to work with some fundamental programming, then java.lang is the package, and you can read the description also. Provides classes that are fundamental to the design of Java programming language. If you want to build like the basic fundamental applications in Java programming language, then you have to work with classes which are available inside this package. So you can just click on this java.lang, and you can see since which version it is available. It is available from Java 1.0 version. You'll find so many classes here, so many classes. Like you can see one class there is called math. And in your application development, if you want to work with any mathematical function, like if you want to calculate power, square root, or maximum, minimum, you'll find all these predefined functions here. Or if you want to work with string handling, then you'll find one class with the name string. So anyone who wants to learn Java, they have to understand this API. They have to make friendship with this API. And if anyone says that, hey Atish, already I have finished Java programming language, I have written few programs in Java, but I never came across this Java API, and I never seen. That's nothing but you are operating a machine without referring to any module, any manual. See, in your day-to-day life also, you buy any product or you take any service from anyone, they'll give you an operating manual. Operating manual will contain the complete information about that product, that how it has to be used. In the same way, your Java API will act as an operating manual for learning of Java. So really, if you are a serious Java programmer, or if you're looking for career in IT industry, that too, if you want to stand in the industry for longer period of time, then you should learn how to learn. Note this point. If you are very serious about your career, then you should start learning how to learn. So learn how to learn, because that is only going to help you in your future. Why? Because when you go and sit in a company, every day you'll get new challenges. Every day your manager will give you new tasks. So you cannot ask your friends, colleagues, or your teachers that, hey, you're working on this project and you have this doubt, because you won't have that much of time also. So unless and until if you're not self-sustained, if you're not a self-sustained developer, then in layoffs, you'll be the first person. It's okay. So see that you put your maximum efforts and you learn the subject to this level actually. It's not about simply looking at the code typing and writing program and getting output. There are two types of developers are there in the market, copycat developers and self-sustainable developers. Is it clear? So self-sustainable developers, they won't be in hurry in writing programs. They'll follow a approach. They'll try to understand all the all the concepts which are required for building an application, and that is what we are following actually. If you have seen, like, since 4 5 days, we are taking Java classes. You are all attending. Is it clear? Like, a number of people are attending these sessions, but we have not started programming till now. Is it clear? Still it will take like 1 or 2 days of time to start programs, because before, like, once we start writing programs, then we'll be very very busy in writing programs only. So before we start writing programs, we have to build our foundation, and that's what I'm showing you everything here. So I have given like list of you like packages. Like lang is nothing but language, utility, IO, input, output. So if you want to know all about these packages, simply go to this API and you'll just understand everything here itself. But remember one important point. When you look at any class, like let me show you one class called a string, for example. Is it clear? String. The string class will contain all the different methods which are required to perform operations on strings. So when you look at this class definition, you'll find so many methods inside this string class. And before this, and when you look at the description of those methods, you'll find a term called deprecated. Deprecated means Java people have introduced a method called getBytes. Okay. And after few years of using this getBytes method by industry experts, they realized that this method does not properly convert characters into bytes. There may be some flaw in this method. So they made this method as a deprecated one. Deprecated means this method is having some bugs, or this method is not performing well as per the expected. So in future releases of Java, this may be removed. So you please stop using these methods. Is it clear? So each and every class, you'll find these kind of words like deprecated. Is it clear? Deprecated means the method has lost its importance, and in future versions of Java, it may be removed. Is it clear? So it's better not to use that. Like, you may ask me, hey Atish, who is telling these Java people to develop these many classes and interfaces in Java software? Who is telling actually? So you need to understand one more term called Java. I'll say what is Java community process. What is the purpose of Java community process? So let's try to understand, because this kind of knowledge is very important before you start writing an hello world program. Java community process, JCP, it is established in the year 1998. It is a formalized mechanism that allows interested parties, try to understand this word, that allows interested parties to develop standard technical specifications for Java technology. Anyone can become a JCP member by filling a form available at JCP website. Means if you want to contribute to Java future versions, and if you are working on Java since long period of time, and if you want to contribute your services to the development of Java, then you can be part of this Java community process, and you can put your proposals. Okay, so all the proposals documents are known as JSR, Java specification request, what we call. So over the period of time, after viewing all these requests, the senior team feels or concludes that these are the changes which you have to bring in the upcoming version of Java. So that's known as actually JSR document. And once the JSR document is prepared, you can see here JSR 387. So it is the document which describes like in the upcoming version of Java, what has to be included. Is it clear? So this is So this is how the new versions of Java will come into picture. You may think that like, who is telling the Sun Microsystem company or the Oracle Corporation company to like add these kind of functionalities? It is informed or it is suggested by the members of this JCP community. Okay, so this is about JCP and JSR. And as I said, modularity has been introduced from Java 9 onwards. Okay, modularity adds an higher level of aggregation above packages. Is it clear? So like there are so many packages, now you have to group these packages into different categories, and that's where the concept of modules has been came into picture. Now you need to understand some technical terminologies before we start writing program, and that is known as token. What do you mean by token? A token is nothing but the smallest individual element of your program. Smallest individual element of your program. And these smallest individual elements or these tokens are nothing but the building blocks of your Java program that are meaningful to the compiler. Means these smallest building blocks are understood by your compiler, and compiler knows what to do when it come across these kind of building blocks. So these tokens are classified as keywords, identifiers, constants, or we can say literals, symbols, operators. So when you look at any Java program, definitely the Java program may be having 10 lines or 10,000 lines. These 10,000 lines will have some words, and these words will fall into these five categories only. So if you look at this simple program, so let me decode. Is it clear? So if you see what is this class, the blue color one. So this is nothing but the class actually. Is it clear? Class. Sorry, class is nothing but one keyword. Public is one keyword. Static is one keyword. Void is one keyword. Int is nothing but one keyword. So exploit keywords. Identifier. Identifier is nothing but the named entity of your program. Anything which recognizes your program name, this is nothing but class name, and this is nothing but your variable name age. Is it clear? System, this is nothing but identifier class name. Out, object, println, method. Is it clear? So these are all known as identifiers. Main, method, string, class name, args, name. So these are all known as identifiers, which are used to identify the program name, class name, variable name, method name. Constant is nothing but a literal which is fixed. So 18 is nothing but the constant. The value of the constant is fixed. Next, we have like special symbols. So the semicolon comes under special symbol. Is it clear? This is special symbols. Okay. Next, 5 is operator. So equal to is an assignment operator. Plus is here it is acting as an concatenator. Means if you look at the Java program, I've exploited each and every minute part of the program. I have decoded everything here. So these are all known as tokens. So the first one is keywords. Keywords are the words whose meaning is already defined by the compiler. Keywords are also known as reserved words, and keywords cannot be used as identifiers because they are already reserved. So int, char, double, float, if, for, public, private, protected, like this, there are more than 50 keywords are there in Java. Few of them are in use and few of them are not in use. As I said, they are deprecated. So we cannot conclude that it is exactly 50 only, because as I said, for every 6 months the Java versions are getting updated. So the count may change. But as of now, I have given one list. You can see the table here. It is the list of 50 keywords. And I have given like 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, and 4 stars to indicate in which version those keywords are added. Is it clear? So 1 star means what? That is go to, you can see. So it is not used actually. Is it clear? They have introduced, but they are recommending not to use. 2 stars means added in 1.2, 3 stars means added in 1.4, 4 stars in means added in 5.0, that you can just have a look. And next one is identifier. Identifiers are nothing but the names of classes, methods, variables, objects, labels, interfaces. Any named entity of your program is known as identifier. And identifiers have some rules. The rules are they must start with a letter only, or they may start with a currency character, the dollar symbol, or a connecting character underscore. That's nothing but class names, method names, variable names in Java should start with either an alphabet or a dollar symbol or a underscore. But generally, we all start using characters only. Identifier should not start with a number. Okay. Uppercase, lowercase letters are considered as distinct because Java is a case sensitive programming language. And these identifiers can be of any length. And remember, keywords should not be used as identifiers. And spaces are not allowed in between the identifier names. Like if you want to write total marks, then you should not write like total space marks. You have to write total marks completely. Literal. Literals are nothing but any number, text, image, sound, audio, video, everything is known as a literal. And Java has 3 reserved literals like true, false, and null. And literals are nothing but the constant values. They appear directly in the program. Means literals are used directly in the program. So if you look at the statement like int num equals to 200, then 200 is the literal. Int is nothing but data type. That's nothing but the keyword. Num is nothing but the identifier, the variable name. Equal to is nothing but the assignment operator. Semicolon is nothing but the special symbol. Each and every thing what you're writing in the program, we can decode and we can tell what it is. So all the literals are divided into like integral letters, character, boolean, string. Special symbols you might be knowing: square brackets, parentheses, floor bracket, semicolon, comma, star. Is it clear? Operators. You can have a list of these operators: arithmetic, unary, assignment, relational, logical, bitwise, shift, instance of, and ternary. So once we start writing programs in Java, we'll try to use all these operators in our programs. I'll show you examples by using all these operators when the situation comes. Okay, and for today's class, the last topic is the naming conventions of Java. See, if you follow naming conventions, then you will be considered as a professional programmer. Okay. So naming conventions is nothing but some guidelines given by Sun Microsystem company that how you should write the Java programs. So names of all the public methods and instance variables should start with the lowercase. Means if you are declaring any variable or if you are writing any method, it should start with lowercase and it should be in lowercase only. I have given one example. See, count display, it's in lowercase. If these variables and these methods has more than one word, then the first word should be completely in lowercase only. Second one word onwards, each and every word's first character should be capital. So price per unit, you can see per unit, P and U capital. Person name, person is lowercase and name, N is in capital. Employee salary calculation, employee, the first word completely lowercase, salary calculation, S and C capital. This case is known as actually camel case because for in the beginning it is like this, and after that there is a curve on the top. So it's known as camel case. And all the libraries which are available in Java, all the methods, classes which are available as a part of your Java standard library, they are all designed based upon these naming conventions only. So right from day one of your Java programs, if you start following these naming conventions, your number of errors will be minimized. Why? Because when you are using those libraries, you will definitely understand that how you need to use that word, where you have to use capital letter, where you have to use lowercase. Names of classes should start with the uppercase letter. So say person is nothing but one class name. It should start with P capital. If the class is having two words, then both words first character should be capital. Student demo. You can see S capital D capital. Next, all the constant variables. Constant variable means a variable whose value is fixed throughout the program, which is not going to change throughout the program. Such variables are known as constant variables, and constant variables in Java are declared by using a keyword called final, and we have to use it in capital letter only. And if that variable is having more than one word, then each word has to be separated by underscore. You can just have a look. All the packages and module names should be written in, should have only one word and should be in lowercase only. So guys, these are all the naming conventions. Hope you got clarity on this. And in the next session, I'll explain you the Java program structure, and we'll see, like in tomorrow's class, we'll see how we can write our first program in Java. Thank you so much, guys.